Welcome to the video, The Chosen One here, and today I'll speak on a subject that hits close to home for me and many others. The only way I can speak on this subject is first to ask you to open your ears and your hearts to the ideals of a white guy with black siblings and friends. That doesn't change much considering I can only witness these trials and tribulations amongst the black community from the outside looking in. It is like a night and day difference on the way that we are treated, even when in public together. And that alone is the poison infecting our society today. And this is the fuel causing the fires to burn in Minneapolis, Chicago, and all the other cities that would take too long to name, but not any less considered in the making of this video. I first noticed this taking place in my own city when I was 16, riding around the city with my buddy Keon, fooling around as the teenagers do, until those red and blue lights shine in my rearview mirror. I'd been pulled over countless times in my first year of driving, but none of them ever went like this. He was told to get out of the car. They frisked him for weapons, and then they told him to empty his pockets. And then after they took him the whole nine, they walked up to me while I was the driver, looked at my ID for 2 seconds, and told me we could go. That wasn't anywhere near the infractions felt by George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, or the many other cases not as well known or name specific, but of no less importance. However, that small difference in treatment, even in a town as small as ours, is the reason our people of color have these feelings of outrage, trauma, felt by not only the police, but the leaders and government heads of our society who are supposed to be protecting each and every individual. Take note, I said individual. It didn't have a description with it because under the Constitution and laws our leaders supposedly believe in and have put in place, they don't state that they only protect white, black, yellow, purple. They're supposed to be the rights given to any person who is a citizen of this once great country. But many people have voiced their opinions on both sides of the current events. But one thing I hope we can all agree on is what's happening to our people of color isn't right, and it's got to change. So no person should feel that their life is in danger when stopped by law enforcement in any situation. Our officers swear an oath to protect the people in their communities when they take on that mantle. And that shouldn't change based on the color of your skin. Every citizen of this country is allowed to a right in a speedy and fair trial. Or at least that's what we've been taught. But that's not what's being enacted amongst our people of color. We the citizens shouldn't be trying to prove our innocence, because is it not innocent until proven guilty? Or somewhere down the road did we flip that script to meet our public agenda? Because if that's the case, we the people didn't get that memo. In conclusion, the solution is simple in theory, but it'll take time to enact. But we just need to treat everyone with the respect and dignity we would want them to show us and our families. For inspiration to reach this goal, we can learn from the children. The younger the better. Children play with one another as equals, regardless of color, regardless of social status. All they ever see is a friend. So it's not until we teach them to hate and tear down one another that they start to do so. So I ask you, where do we lose that sense of compassion for each other? Thank you for listening. Please take care of one another before it's your loved ones we put in the ground over senseless hatred and violence. Thank you.